Yo, what's up homesicles, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi. I hope you are keeping safe, happy and healthy. I am not a review channel, but I really have nothing else doing and the other video I had planned to upload would seem a bit insensitive right now considering all that is going on in the world. So here's my 2 cents on the new girl group KAACHI. This is not a hate video. If you are here for me to spill tea, too bad, because I am fairly clueless about their backstory and I just saw a TikTok reviewing the audio of their song Your Turn. So bye, go hate somewhere else. Anyway. Because I couldn't just use a TikTok as my main point of reference, I decided to do some more research. And what do you know? Seems like this video was destined to happen. According to the K-Profiles website, KAACHI is the first London K-pop girl group. The group consists of 4 members, Nicole, Chunsia, Danny and Coco. They debuted on the 15th of April, 2020 under Front Row. They will debut in Korea on the 29th of April, 2020. Moment of silence for the poor girls. The group is led by Nicole Hernandez, from Venezuela. She has trained in multiple genres of dance, such as hip-hop and commercial dance, which does show, but I'll talk about that later. She doesn't appear to speak a great deal of Korean, and I have not found any records that speak to any of them being fluent in it, except for probably Coco, but I'm yet to hear her speak. Out of all of them, objectively speaking, she has the most stage presence, which is admirable. Next there is Danny. Her full name is Daniela Hart and she is the main rapper. She is from London and has been dancing since 2008 in similar genres to Nicole. She has been studying Korean for 2 years, but admits herself that she is not fluent. It's alright hun, because same. Of all the members she seems the most intimidated by this whole process, and that shows when she performs. Now on to Chunsia. Chunsia is from Valencia, Spain, and her real name is Ruth Gomez. It is because of the differences between the Korean and Spanish English alphabet that her real name was hard to pronounce, so she decided to go by a stage name. She has been dancing since she was 14. Of all the girls she acts most like a Jaya, which I personally don't find sweet but rather a bit pretentious, and I will explain that later too. Finally we have Coco. Now, I did search a fair number of websites but they all list her as Coco, which isn't a problem, but I wasn't done yet. After putting my sleuthing skills to the test, I came across a Wix website that has her name listed as Coco Yeon Soo-do. She appears to have been performing in theater and the background of a music video that shall for now, for the group's sake, remain unnamed. She was the last to join the group and is seen briefly in their Your Turn music video, so I do not have much to say about her. At the time of recording this, the music video for Your Turn has almost 500,000 views, which is not bad. To begin this section, I'm going to say that some of the main reasons I was drawn to K-pop in the first place were the amazing visuals, stellar choreographies and production quality. Because KAACHI is still new to the scene, I don't expect anything absolutely amazing, but the video seemed poorly executed. I didn't see much thought in how the video was shot and it honestly just felt bland. As I said earlier, Coco is the newest member, being the 3rd Asian to join the group. Coco appeared somewhere between the 10th of March and the 31st of March according to the last YouTube video to have Masu, and the first Instagram post featuring Coco. Coco doesn't have any close-ups in the video. You'd think they would try to compensate for not ever showing her beforehand, but yes, such is life and whatnot. The song itself is very poppy and it's okay for what it is. I won't critique the aesthetic, concept or visual choices too hard because I'm not going to stir any pots and fuel anyone's hate train. This is where, I think, most of the problem lies. KAACHI is, in my opinion, an experiment. They are stepping into a space that isn't really theirs and trying to claim it is for everyone. I cannot fault the girls for this, which is why I am wondering what happened in the board meeting when this idea was posed. If they simply said they were inspired by K-pop and wanted to do things with a bit of K-pop flair, I promise you the reaction still wouldn't be as bad. The girls perpetuate stereotypes and the group does not seem to have a firm grasp on Korean culture at all. When they were interviewed, it was stated that 3 of the members stayed in South Korea for only 3 months. I think they, being Nicole, Danny and Chunsia, know the bare minimum about the genre and perhaps don't understand the impact it has on Korean culture. One of their producers made it a point to say that she views K-pop as simply a genre and wants to invite others to the genre. Which, no, I mean, yes, you are Korean, but this isn't the way. Just because you are not offended by the idea of a bunch of white girls claiming to be a part of your culture doesn't mean it isn't offensive. I'm from the Caribbean, and if one day out of the blue a bunch of Europeans decide they are going to start singing soca or a dance hall, I would be peeved. You devalue what it is when you try to make the claim anybody can do it. I have seen comments online saying that the only reason they have a chance in Europe is because they are white. I don't believe talent has anything to do with race, but being accepted sure does. There is a certain level of white privilege being displayed, and I don't think they took that into consideration. The videos showing their work pre-debut are short and uninformative. I know more about the girls from their K profiles than I do from any promotional material on YouTube or Instagram. This hurts their case because hot damn, you are trying to sell the idea that this is okay, and I feel like you are taking that lightly. I have no intel from the K-pop fans in the UK, but from where I stand and the videos I've seen, no one seems thrilled. There are just a few indifferent and nice people saying they are willing to give them a try. But I still don't see them anywhere close to a K-pop group. And that's just based on time and effort being shown. I couldn't even begin to estimate that because I don't know when KAACHI was formally formed, or how long Front Row has been a thing. When a K-pop group debuts, rest assured, they have been a trainee for at least a couple years. Yes, there are exceptions, but that is the minority in the group, and that person has to work 5 times harder than the others. Anyway, my initial point was that they don't seem like they spend enough time practicing. Let's take it from the perspective that they are a K-pop group, and they just debuted after years of training, and are now a new rookie group. Would you stan? And if you do stan, would they become one of your favorite groups? I asked a few of my friends that enjoy K-pop but didn't know about KAACHI to just listen to the audio. Their response was that the girls seem under-rehearsed and the melody of the song could have been treated better. I could also talk about the fact that on their Instagram there is no information about the girls at all, which is weird, but hey, whatever. Not my IG page, I can't tell you what to do with it. Earlier I mentioned one of the members, Chunsia, being very agio. Agio is basically acting extremely cutesy and sweet. Now, you can give yourself whatever stage name you please, but be very careful of the impact it will have on the rest of your career. At least EXP Edition didn't give themselves Korean stage names, and I have been avoiding mentioning them this whole video because they are honest to goodness nightmare fuel to me, and I wish I never knew about them. Anyway, Chunsia looks racially ambiguous enough to not really draw that much attention. She has called herself Chunsia since early 2016, according to the details in UJJN videos. But now that I think about it, why would she need a Korean stage name in a UK dance group, performing in the UK, for UK citizens? It just seems like they were trying to score K points. It feels pretentious, and the others have somber personalities compared to her, so it makes it look worse. Going back to the girls. According to one of the producers, they were scouted at a K-pop competition in London. Nicole and Chunsia were scouted from the dance segment, and I suppose we can mark this as when they started training for KAACHI. This means that anyone that came after had a shorter training period. The only K-pop competition I could find any information on was one that took place in October of 2019. So, for now that will be the marker for when this group was formed, which gave them 4 months to train. Why are you like this? Oh my gosh. What was the rush? None of these girls look like they have sang professionally a day in their life, and you want them to debut in 4 months? I enjoy singing myself, and have been to lessons. You do not learn proper breath control to sing and dance at the same time in less than 4 months. I say less than, because they started shooting the video in March, which means the song was recorded before. This is King 18 from the future. I was going to include a review of their As If It's Your Last dance cover, but this video is already almost 10 minutes long and I don't usually make long videos. To sum it up though, Danny, poor girl, looks frightened and lethargic and I don't know why. Chauncey rarely finishes her dance moves, which I find interesting. I have never seen Coco perform live so I have no comment. Nicole overdances compared to the others. As group leader it is 100% her job to help her girls at least be on her level so they can always put their best foot forward, but instead she sticks out and, though she has great stage presence, it is to the group's detriment because one of these things is not like the others. My final statement on these girls, and this group, is that they jumped the gun a little, and therefore have made themselves out to just be a bunch of wannabes. I hope something good comes of this, and they can return to normal lives without being ridiculed left, right and center. They haven't given me personally a reason to hate them. There is no evidence to support half the allegations floating across Twitter, and people are just responding to messy people, and all that just begins to fester and become toxic. Is KAACHI a good idea? In spirit yes, but practically no. I don't think it was executed well. Attempting this is a bold feat, and I do admire the producer coming forth to try and clarify a lot of things. But they are really going to have to prove themselves now. I can't chastise them because for one, I'm not even Asian, much more a K-pop star or a part of the industry. If KAACHI or Front Row sees this, which I doubt they will, my channel is microscopic. But if you do find it, I am not trying to drag you nor am I trying to suck up. I am just giving my 2 cents. There are some parts that came off quite harsh, but that is because I couldn't bring myself to sound filtered. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, which should be soon. I hope.